Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here, welcome back to Revive the Witch. So, we're on our other account because, as I've promised you guys on my previous Nasha video, I've got the battle pass on my other account and now we've raised Nasha to basically the same point as my Maya, which is the purpose of this video today, is just to see how Nasha is. This is like a half review, half showcase. The first part being we're going to test if this is only applicable to herself or if it's also applicable to her allies, which we're going to be testing out right now. Let's get right into it. And then the next part of this video would be comparing Nasha to Maya. So I currently don't have her unique equipment on Maya, which is a good thing because it will put them on even ground. So let's empty out this one and we're going to be using, let's go with Ammonami does too much damage against no, we're not really doing damage here, sorry. We're actually just testing out to see if the order gen is dependent on her alone or it doesn't matter. So we'll just use Solania because she has a 1 cost S1 and Nasha because we're going to test her passive. We don't need anyone else for this. So first, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, we're not generating any order energy, but we generate order energy when she uses skill. So, wait, hold on a minute. Wait, that's weird. Hold on a minute. So, okay, so she does get order energy when I use her S2, but okay, it was bugging before. For some reason, it wasn't giving me order energy. There, look, see, it didn't give me order energy right there. Maybe I need to have extra surplus chaos. No, I think it's just a bug. Okay, so she is a little bit bugged right now. I guess it's a good thing to find out, but you don't get all the energy back when using other people's skills, but yeah, it's only for herself. So that is at least one myth out of the way. I mean, it says a 100% chance of restoring 1 order energy, so I think she's a little bit bugged right now, not 100%. Because what's supposed to happen, because even the S1 isn't actually giving back 1 order energy, so what should happen is that regardless of her using S1 or S2, you should be getting 1 order energy back. So unfortunately, it's kind of bugged right now, and another unfortunately that other team members, other dolls can't utilize that skill, that passive, but that would have been too broken if it did. So now the second part is to basically just test, I guess, try and test anyway, who is better. And what none other than watermelon smashing. So as you can see, I've done pretty bad on all 3. We're going to be doing the small watermelon one real quick, and then the explosive watermelon one after, I think, because actually either one of these 2 would work because they're single target, but small watermelon would be to test the AoE damage. Now, I used Amanami, but it's kind of like a cheese because her unique equipment is like too strong. So I'm gonna have to change things up and use Toenail. I'll change things up and use Toenail. Now, obviously, it alleviates, it removes all the buffs. Alright, oh, that was on Edine. Oops. This one. There we go. And then give. Yeah, we'll just give this one. And then Edine. Get the armor back. And give her this one. And then this is good enough. Okay, there we go. So this is going to be the build I'm going to be using on both Maya and Nasha. So this is the weapon, this is the armor, and then this is the ring, and then this is Edine, and then this is the toenail. So we're going to be playing them on full auto on both. We're just going to see what damage the team as a collective does. Obviously, we'll see the damage stats at the end on both. But there's going to be 60 seconds on both sides, so we're just going to see how much damage they do. So, technically speaking, when it comes to dealing AoE, Nasha should technically deal more damage because, unlike Maya, when she does her AoE, it hits everyone. But when it comes to Maya's S2, the S2 actually hits a single random target 3 times. But it can consider to be AoE considering it has really fast cast times as well as reducing their magic defense up to 50% of Maya's attack. So let's see what the damage we dealt is. So we've dealt 16.4 million damage on Maya and Edine not slacking at all. Okay, 16.4 mil. Now I know you guys might be saying it might be a little bit unfair because Maya is not level 2 passive, but her passive's pretty useless. It's a healing, so it doesn't really matter. Both the S2s are level 4. Alright, so now let's try that with Nasha instead. Make sure we're using the same equipment. I could do preset, but just in case, just to keep you guys at ease, we're going to be manually replacing the gear so you can see for your own eyes that the builds that they're using are identical. So anyways, these are her stats. So I'm looking forward to her attacks here. Now, I'm hoping that she'd use her S1 somewhere along the line so we can utilize her Chrono Space Rip. Otherwise, she's going to be losing out in a lot of damage because the full kit is not put into her S2. It's spread into both S1 and S2. So remember guys, we did 16.4 million on Maya on full auto on the same stage. So we'll just have to see where we're at when it comes to Nasha. So from the looks of it, she might seem to be doing some damage. Technically speaking, the order gen overall will be pretty impressive because you get an order back when you use a chaos skill. Alright, looks pretty interesting so far. In terms of her S1, it seems to really only be used when it comes to Arcana Burst. Ooh! So we did 41 million on Nasha. That is a very big jump compared to Maya, but of course it was against multiple enemies, which I expected Nasha to perform better in anyway. So now the next phase, we're fighting the big watermelon. So this time we're gonna start off with Nasha, and then we'll see how Maya does. And of course, as per usual, I'm gonna be expecting that Maya would be doing more damage than Nasha because, in my opinion, Mayahuel should technically still be better single target wise. But we can't sleep on Nasha's skills. She does help with order gen, which helps us in spamming more skills. Technically speaking, Nasha might work with Amanami better than Maya does because of that order thing. The order of gen from the passive, but we'll have to find out. Okay, so in 60 seconds we managed to do 13.8 mil with a Nasha. Alright, pretty interesting. 13.8, we need to remember that. Also, if you noticed, Edine did less damage with Nasha. That is because the debuff that Maya does benefits everyone, but the ignore magic defense that Nasha has only benefits herself. Alright, so don't forget guys, 13.4 mil on 13.4 mil on Nasha. Alright, so auto equip, preset, and then double check that it's the same gears. And the answer is yes. Alright. Against Big Watermelon. Wait, this is the medium one, right? Yeah, it should be. It's the middle one. In any case, I'm expecting Maya to do more damage here, you know, pretty easy stuff, you know, there's no way that she's not going to do more damage. She stacks up to 10th really quickly. The magic defense debuff will benefit Edine as well, you know, and the order gen isn't really something to worry about if you have Edine, so we'll see, we're about to find out soon. 60 seconds about to finish. It only takes 30 because we're at ×2 speed. Alright, let's see what the damage is. 13.1 mil. And Nadine's damage is about the same. Okay, that is very interesting. So Nasha actually did a little bit more. Okay. Alright, last test, explosive watermelon. So we're using Maya against the explosive, and then we'll see how it goes. Alright, so actually this is actually very surprising, guys. Okay, I mean, to be fair, I'm only doing like one clear on each. Maybe if I do multiple clears on both, maybe we'll find out that there might be outliers and stuff. But you know, to think that Nasha is, you know, at least competing with Maya's damage, I think that says a lot already. But we do have to keep in mind that Maya does have her unique equipment available, which will give her a very huge edge compared to Nasha. And so, you know, for the time being, Nasha shouldn't be used yet if you have unique equipment on Maya and you've already raised her, because Maya would outperform her still. Okay, so 13.7 million on Maya. Remember that value. We're now going to test the same one again, this time with Nasha. 13.7 mil. Again, manually replace the equipment that Maya used to ensure that it's the same. Alright. So 13.7 million on Maya. Let's see what Nasha does. So, you know, all in all, my first impressions of Nasha, you know, she seems pretty good. She has very nice and fun looking animations on her skills. So if you're looking for someone like a new mage to play with that, you know, wouldn't make you that bored because, for example, you used Maya too much, you've had enough of Thunder, well, Nasha is the character for you. Though, of course, if you want to get her guaranteed, you'd have to purchase the battle pass. And so if you don't want to do that, then you'll just have to, for now, pray that you'll pull her off banner because she is available. You know, just like the other previous battle pass characters, they are also put into the premium pool. 11.9 mil, look at that, she did less damage this time. So there's a potential thing here where the damage on the second enemy was like an outlier on Nasha. That's why she did more. Maybe she crit more, but in this case, as you can see, she did less than Maya. So maybe that has something to do with the boss having higher defense, which does make sense because the ignore defense that Nasha does is lower than the defense reduction that Maya has. So just to let you guys know what I mean, it's 36% of her attack at level 4. At level 5, this becomes 40% ignore defense. But when it comes to Maya, it's technically ignore defense, but it's lowering the magic defense. So it's still shred regardless if you're ignoring or lowering, but Maya's lowering of defense is still based on her attack, but it's up to 50%. So the cap is much higher on Maya's compared to Nasha. which is probably one of the reasons why she does more damage. However, do keep in mind when it comes to full auto, they're not going to use Nasha's S1 right away. It'll only be used during Arcana Burst, so keep that in mind when seeing these values, because technically speaking, if you do manual play with Nasha, you'll technically be seeing a lot more DPS come out of it, because you'll be manually making sure that the S1 buff, the ignore defense buff, stays up. But overall, if you just like to auto, then Maya would still outperform her, unless you're fighting AoE, which Nasha for sure would do more damage. In any case, that is it for the testing, quote unquote, showcase of Nasha and comparing her against Maya. For the, I guess, TLDR slash overall conclusion, if you have Maya raised and you have her unique, and especially if you have her unique equipment, then I would suggest just using Maya for the time being, as the damage increase you'll get on Nasha would either be non-existent or you'll deal less damage even against AoE. And for Nasha, if you don't have Maya, she is a good character to raise. And so, you know, not a bad investment at all. And she's only going to get better once you get her unique equipment, if they ever release one. Sorry for that, I had to clear my throat there. In any case, if you guys got any more questions regarding Nasha, let me know down in the comments below. I think she's a good character. Is she worth buying the battle pass for? I'd say for now, maybe not. She definitely does have a lot of potential, however, as you saw from the video. And considering that she doesn't have a unique equipment yet, we might be seeing her unique equipment, I think, in a really long time, because our previous battle pass characters don't have them yet, like Matt Vife and Kamui. They don't have their unique equipment yet, and so in terms of, you know, effective now, just use Maya for the time being. You can get Nasha now just in case they release her unique equipment early, and at that point she would be doing much more damage. But yeah, if you want to save your gem things and buy the next battle pass instead, you know, I wouldn't blame you, and it would be a decent idea. But yeah, hopefully this video helps you decide whether or not to get the battle pass, or decide, or help you understand whether or not Nasha is actually good or not. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.